a staple on the Canadian hip-hop scene for close to 2 decades. And in 2008, the man they call Cardi broke through in an epic way with his worldwide hit Dangerous featuring Akon. The fervor has not let up since. He's an MC, a singer, a producer, a record executive. He's just come off his 4th Juno win. Please welcome Kardinal Offishall to the BT studio. It is really nice to meet you.
Hey, it is great to meet you too. That was quite an intro.
I was
going to say, you have to tell my mom that one so that when she introduces me to her friends, she can say, this is my son, and just go over the list of accolades.
It is quite a list, and it leads me to this question.
Okay.
Time management. You must be some kind of whiz because you do all the stuff I said and more.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? It's crazy. For me, the best thing about what I do is I really love what I do, and I'm super passionate about it. So it's like, you know, people say they have the same 24 hours in a day, and it's like I've met some of the most incredible people around the world, like some of the best artists, philanthropists, directors, you name it. And it's like when you meet some of these people, just time management kind of rubs off, you know what I mean? Because everybody that does phenomenal things, we all have the same time in life, so you kind of got to just have priorities, you know what I'm saying?
But you know that some artists are not as adept as others that kind of, you know, they need wranglers, and I mean, you have it together, and you have some high-powered jobs too.
Yeah, I mean, it's super cool, and I've been blessed to just, I guess, have like so many different things going on, but always the best people involved. You know, like even my latest gig that I do also is I'm the executive creative director of A&R for Universal Music Canada, and I mean, like over there, that's like the strongest and most powerful label in the whole country. So
right.
To be up there and work, you know, together with Randy Lennox, the president, and be able to have the freedom to navigate and still be an artist, still do the philanthropy, you know what I mean, still be a family man, all those things, plus have that gig, like it's just super dope. But I work hard though. I work super hard.
You work super hard.
I only slept like 2 hours last night because I'm trying to juggle everything.
And you look great.
Thank you, thank you.
I want to know more about that position with Universal, because what does that actually mean? What are you doing?
Well, here's the thing. I'm one of the handful of people, and especially hip-hop artists out of this country, that have had international success. So for me, it's about mentoring some of the artists that are already on the label, you know what I'm saying, that may need a little bit of guidance to help them, you know, break markets internationally, but also it's to try and, I guess, lend the A&Ring skill that I've always had my whole career. Like, I've always worked with people very early in their career, from like a Sean Paul to Estelle to T-Pain, and even when I connected with Akon, you know what I'm saying, like it was on his rise up to the top, you know what I mean? So it's like I've always had kind of the skill to be able to see who has that special something, you know what I mean? And I think for me it's important to be able to solidify my legacy, but also Canada's legacy, you know what I mean, in exporting some of the best talents around the world.
Well, let's talk more about that, because as you mentioned, you know, there have only been a handful of Canadian hip-hop artists specifically who have been able to break through.
Yeah.
We know what kind of talent we nurture here, so why is that the case?
You know what it is? Canada's in a tough position because we have so many amazing people, but we're pretty close to America. You understand what I'm saying? So part of what my job is going to be, and what it is right now, is making sure that we can put a Band-Aid on the bleed. Because what happens is, I always say to people, what do myself, Drake, Melanie Fiona, Justin Bieber, Nelly Furtado, what do we all have in common? And people say, well, you're Canadian. I'll say, no, we all signed American record deals.
Right.
So part of me being at the label is having somebody that these artists can look to as a legit, you know, musician that actually went out there, actually did it, and is still doing it, so that when I, you know, mentor them and talk to them about what I think is dope or what they should try or blah, 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 they will actually listen to me because I'm somebody that's actually living that actual dream.
Well, let's talk about what you are up to now. Brand new single.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's cool. I mean, shout out to my good friend Jordan. We just won a Juno for Best R&B Soul Recording, and that was super awesome. So we wrote this song last summer, and we were like, yo, this is the perfect time to drop it now, just off the heels of the Juno win. But it's a different type of song than Can't Choose. It's a song called Freedom, and it's going to be everybody's anthem. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that lives their life to the fullest and doesn't let anybody else dictate what they do in life. It's all about freedom, and I think this is great for anybody who's 12 years old all the way up to 112 years old.
And plans, are you going to tour? When is the record dropping? What's going on?
I mean, we're absolutely going to tour. It's just tough. Like, I've been traveling like since January. I worked with the Marleys in Miami. I went to Trinidad Carnival. I was in Jamaica doing stuff. I was in the States, so it's like I'm always moving all around the place, but I have to do a Canadian tour, and I would love to do it probably at the end of summer. That's my favorite time to do it, is like when everybody wants to go out with a bang before they, you know what I'm saying, go back to work from their vacations or they go back to school. That's my favorite time to rock. So hopefully you guys will see me back in Calgary. Hopefully, I would think like late August, early September, and the album's due November. It's called Impact.
Okay, well, you have to spend more time because we need a full hour with Kardinal.
You know what? I'll come back. Here's the thing. I'm going to put it out to you guys. I'm going to come back and I'm going to co-host for a whole morning. How's about that?
This is on record. Greg? Yes?
Yeah?
Everybody? Kardinal Offishall.
Cool.
What a pleasure to meet you and have you in
Absolutely
studio.
my pleasure.
All right, lots to come.